What is up, guys? Cardhack here, and today I'm here with another Digimon card game video. We're going to talk about the list that came out yesterday, the restriction list. And yeah, let's talk about the list as well as how it affects the game, or how it doesn't affect the game, or and what I think of this list. So first off, let's go over all the cards, and then we'll talk about that stuff later. So first card that got hit is Gabumon. It is used in a lot of purple decks right now, like Apoxomon and the Billstarmon, as well as purple Gabumon. But a lot of people are playing blue Gabumon now, so this only really hurts the purple variations of the build. Next is the BT2 Gabumon, which came out a long time ago, but it's used in the Eismon version of the Apoxomon deck now. So that is a hit, and I think a lot of there's a lot of collateral damage because it hurts a lot of other purple decks that use this kind of stuff, as well as the Eismon hit, which we'll talk about later as well. Next we have Geogreymon, which was hit. This hits two decks. This hits the Good Stuff Vaccine deck as well as the Rise Greymon. The Shine Greymon deck. Yes, Shine Greymon. And a lot of people were hoping for Marcus hit, but I think this hit is actually almost just as good, just because you can't. It slows it down. It slows down the deck, and it also decreases the consistency because you won't be able to get your Marcuses out as consistently. So this is okay, and Shine Greymon isn't really as good in this format for Japanese anyway. So this was mainly a hit for the English format, so it's okay. Next is Makagumon. I think this is the same thing. It's mostly used to hit the West, because in Japan, Garurumon pretty much does the same thing as the Galgomon deck. So hitting this doesn't really change that much, because a lot of people have jumped over to play the other dog anyway. So this, it's a hit, I guess. Next is Eismon. This does hurt a lot of purple decks. It doesn't kill all purple decks because Anubismon does not run Eismon. So Anubismon will still be at full power at the moment, and it's still going to be a really, really good purple deck. So if you play purple, you're still fine. But hitting Eismon is hurt. This does hurt because Eismon used to be the card I slot in purple decks whenever I can't think of anything else to run. It's just a really good purple card, and so hitting it to 1 will definitely kill off a lot of weaker purple decks that needed the trashing. So yeah, but this is mainly here to slow down a Pokemon. But a lot of people who played the Eismon version of Pokemon would just jump over the Garurumon version of a Pokemon, because that deck is hit a little bit, but there's alternatives that you can run that makes the deck pretty much slow down just a little bit. So the Gabumon slows it down a little bit, but we still have the starter deck Gabumon, the new starter deck Gabumon, which does pretty much the same thing. But yeah, so the problem is not really solved. Good thing I made my Apoxomon list with the Garurumon stuff, so I don't really need to change that much. But yeah, there were two builds of Apoxomon, but now there's only one, I guess. I guess you can also play the traditional Dark Master version of the deck, which is not how anybody plays it. It's a little bit too slow, but yeah, we'll talk about that in a different video, I guess. And cards I got unlimited is Savior Huckmon and Tommy. So I am a Jessamon player, so this is very, very good for me. There's a lot of decks in the format that can kill you really fast anyway, and plop down a bunch of Digimon. So Jessamon is not really anything special. So I think that's why they released it in as a 4-off, and it hasn't really done anything in the meta for a while, so I don't think it hurts to unrelease this. So yeah, the game has sped up a lot. So, and Tommy is nice. I think Tommy is just an interesting choice to unrestrict, just because Tommy is going to be really good with all the Ace cards coming out. Because if people hard cast a Ace card and they Digivolve on top of it, if they crash into a Tommy in security, or someone plays a hard cast a Tommy, they can strip your Ace card from your source, and then you'll overflow and lose 4 memory. or three or four memory, which is so I think Tommy will be a pretty interesting card to have back in the game at full power. Though I don't think a lot of people are playing blue hybrid. They'll probably use it in fish, like Gomamon fish, and maybe blue fair. But blue fair is not really that relevant right now. So yeah, it's, I guess, unrestricted. We'll just see how it does. So that is the list. Doesn't really address a lot of the problems. It slows down. It killed one Icemon. It killed one Pokemon build, but the other one is pretty much left untouched. I'm guessing people who don't play the ST6 Gabumon, or who can't run the ST6 Gabumon, will probably run the BT15 one instead. You still get the draw, but you don't get the discard, which is not as good because you want to discard, but it still lets you do most of what the deck did before. And I think everybody was expecting Garurumon X to get hit, and it didn't get hit. So we know why it didn't get hit. Bandai doesn't want their sales to get hurt for EX5 as well as BT15, so they're not hitting unreleased cards yet. And we know Bandai doesn't hit anything SR and above, so Apocalypse is probably going to be safe. Minervamon's been safe. So yeah, a lot of decks that should have gotten a little bit of a nerf did not get nerfed. So Blue Gabumon is still at full power right now. Anubismon is still at full power. Apocalypse slow down a bit, which I guess will pull it down a little bit, because Pokemon is kind of like the most oppressive deck in the format right now. And so hitting it with the Gabumon hit, I guess, will make it not as good. But I think people are just going to jump over to the Garurumon version of the deck. So what I expect is once English gets their EX5 and BT15, they're going to have an emergency ban list, or maybe a regular ban list, because you guys are getting BT15 in February, I think. So we still have a lot of months to play this format, and we're not really getting anything new until BT12. So yeah, it's going to be pretty much 2 more months of Anubismon and Garurumon wreaking havoc. But yeah, what I expect next ban list, or next restriction list, is probably Garurumon X for show. Card is just too good. And maybe Ignitemon to hit the Anubismon. Just because they're probably not going to hit Minervamon, because again, it's an SR. So hitting Ignitemon is the next best thing they can do. And honestly, Ignitemon itself is just really solid in Anubismon. So probably going to hit that instead. And then I don't know what else they can do. But hitting the Garurumon X will definitely slow down all 3 of those decks. Or sorry, not Anubismon, but it'll slow down Bellstar, it'll slow down Apocalypse, and it'll slow down the Garurumon, which is what I really wanted. But Bandai's gonna be Bandai. They're gonna watch out for their bottom line, so they're not gonna hit anything that hasn't come out in English yet, because I think last time they did that was for BT10. They hit Shoutmon 2 weeks after it released, which really hurt the sales, and they're like, oh, we don't want that happening again, so we're just gonna not touch Garurumon for now, and Japanese player have fun playing in this format for 2 more months. Unless Terriermon is really good, maybe we'll get a really, really good Terriermon deck that can compete with Anubismon and Gabumon. But we'll see. So yeah, what do you guys think about this list? Do you guys agree with the list? Do you guys not agree with the list? Do you guys think this list is just a list that Bandai put out because they forced their intern to make one, and then the intern's like, can I touch Garurumon? No, you can't touch anything that hasn't been released in English yet. So he's forced to come up with this list instead. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below. I want to know what you guys think about this this ban list. But yeah, this is Karotaku, and I will see you guys next time.